What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sweaver. As you guys can tell, I'm going back to my roots and pretending that I am Gerard Way, circa 2006. So, last week I reached out on Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon, shout out to the real ones, and asked you guys to ask me some questions. So here we are, yet again, for another Ask Sweaver. Wow, the only place on the internet where I'm certified to give you any sort of advice. And/or the only place anybody wants to hear me talk about myself. Good lord. Quick disclaimer before we get started. Twitter did not give a shit. So we're moving on to Instagram questions. Here we go. All right, so this first one's coming from Pretty Boy Pop, and all I gotta say is, Forrest? Yeah, I know these nuts. You didn't think I was gonna say it, did you? Actually, you probably did. And that isn't even a good joke anymore. We've got Marianna coming in with a freaking boat emoji. See, I really want to do a Forrest Gump impression, but I really don't want to get canceled for that. So we're gonna just kind of mosey on past that one. But Marianna, I appreciate you. No, you know what? You're onto something. Calling all of my spooks, ghouls, and ghastly sights. We are getting on our dinghies and schooners, and we are taking to the ocean and getting to the moon. We are proving that the Earth is space. New conspiracy right here. You heard it from your boy Sweaver. JK, don't put that on Facebook. Somebody's gonna believe it. Alrighty, some actual hard-hitting questions. Lady at Work comes in with a very simple request. Sam, what are some things that you would like to learn? Musically or otherwise? I'm glad you asked. Personally, I would love to become proficient at piano. No, but on the real, piano is actually something that I am trying to become much more proficient at. You guys are actually probably going to notice in the next couple of singles that piano is something that I've really been leaning into as a writing tool. It's kind of hard to explain, but even though I suck at piano, I have found that there is kind of a unique connection that you have with the instrument that you don't necessarily get from guitar. Moving into some tattoo questions, we got my boy Jared, otherwise known as Dirty Rhythms on Instagram, coming in with a bam. Has your tattoo around your nipples faded differently than the one on your nipples? Yes. So what's really funny is that the areola itself actually wound up taking the ink super well and is actually faded kind of the same as the rest of the tattoo, whereas the actual nipple part, like the little guy, that has faded a decent amount. I don't know how much you can really see it in this photo that I'm throwing up right now. I feel like most people wouldn't really notice. I'm gonna be completely real. If I'm shaving or trimming my chest hair, you honestly don't even see my nipples. Alrighty, so we're gonna mosey on to some Patreon questions. So, Spared Skunk comes in with, are there any more tattoos that you're planning on getting right now? Would you be dared to draw something somebody might get tattooed? What's a tune of yours that did better than expected? And what's a song that always gets stuck in your head from time to time? I appreciate the volume of questions here. So, in terms of tattoos that I'm planning on getting right now, in a couple weeks I'm actually going to my tattoo artist, David, who I'm going to be linking below. His name's Tat Jesus on Instagram. He does awesome stuff. Kind of one of those jack of all trades kind of tattoo artists, and he's done most of my work and I love him. So basically we're gonna be starting out with Vladimir's name across my knuckles. We're gonna have a cute little Vlad face right here. Then around my wrist we're gonna have kind of that like Victorian Gothic looking fencing. It's gonna come up into this graveyard that's gonna wrap up. We're gonna have some gargoyles, freaky trees, some hills, full moon. And then up here on my shoulder we're gonna have Brahms Castle. Brahms Castle is Vlad the Impaler's castle. Am I getting an entire sleeve from my dog? Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's got other meaning that I don't really want to talk about here. But yeah, in terms of would I be willing to draw something for somebody to get tattooed? Honestly, I have always low-key wanted to become a tattoo artist, but I do know that my art is kind of niche. So getting into a traditional tattooing position probably wouldn't happen for me. However, if I could find an artist that was down to tattoo some of my artwork on somebody that's not me, then hell yeah, dude. Do you know how cool that would be? If I get somebody walking around with like space goth or hate fuck. I don't know, I have a lot of cool designs. One drawing that I've always kind of wanted to get tattooed is my band's last EP. I drew this weird like cow woman swamp monster. I always thought that would make a really cool like inner arm piece or back piece. But yeah, there's so many things that I've drawn that I thought would be super dope to get tattooed. Anybody looking for some cool designs, hit me up. I'll design it and then you go get somebody to do it worse and or better than I do. Now for tunes that did better than I initially expected, I do have to go back to the Livingskins on this because our song Vampires in the Courtyard is arguably one of the most brutal songs that I've ever made, which I love. And we made this kind of crappy and corny black and white horror movie music video to go along with it. And personally, like, I loved it. I loved the vibe and all that stuff, but I genuinely didn't think people were gonna like it. But I wound up getting like over 500 views. So yeah, I'll link that video up here somewhere. Personally, I really enjoy it. It's one of my faves. And finally, what song always gets stuck in my head? This one is super easy. So my girlfriend Kimmy and I work at the same company, and we work back to back. Her desk is over here, my desk is over here, and anytime she's getting stressed out, she'll go, "Ooh, I fall apart." And then it gets stuck in my head, and now I just sing it everywhere I go. I'll be at the store, or be in the car, I'll be at work. Kimmy will just be totally zoned in, dialed in, having a good time, and all of a sudden, ooh, I fall apart. She'll look at me like, hey, it's my line. Moving on, we got Skyler, another one of my lovely patrons. So Skyler asks, what's Vlad's favorite kind of music? You know, it's gonna sound really ridiculous. So back when I first got Vlad, I was kind of getting back into metal. And so I was listening to a lot of the first Bring Me the Horizon album, along with Death's album Symbolic, which both are fantastic albums. If you guys like extreme music, highly recommend both of them. I had a loft bed with a desk underneath where I would keep my recording studio. On the other side of the room, I had a couch that all my friends could sit on if we were hanging out or recording or whatever. Well, when I'd be working in the studio or practicing guitar, Vlad would just be taking a nap on the couch. And what I found is he actually was more comforted by the sound of like chugs and pinch harmonics than he is things like, let's say Bob Dylan or Mac DeMarco, which I always thought was really weird because those are definitely like way more chill vibes, but Vlad's always into just like anything that's He's also not super into deep bass music, which I guess as a dog I would be horrified if the world around me was just rattling and shaking, so like, I get it. Okay, this next one is coming from Deep Wang, also known as White Chick Eileen on Instagram. She made this meme of me, and I ain't saying anything, but Shakespeare, I'm looking at you. And finally, we have a shady link from Sodium Overload. This is interesting. Let's see. What is this?
From Baby Take a Bow to Curly Top and Heidi, America's favorite little darling, Shirly Temple, has been...
No. Alrighty, we got one more question coming in from my boy A. Walker. And he asks, if you could buy a country and be the king of it, what would it be and why? Well, considering I hate authority and would hate to be in a position of authority, I don't like this question. However, I will say, I've never been to Madagascar, I don't know a lot about Madagascar, but I feel like if I could just be instated as the king and then denounce the title but still live in Madagascar, that'd be pretty cool. Same thing with like Australia, New Zealand. Honestly though, I'm gonna probably say like Fiji or the Bahamas. I wanna give up my title and I just wanna live on the beach, make some coconut monkeys and I don't know, surf or something. If they got paved roads, I'd like to longboard, but you know, depending on like how tropical we're getting, I may not have roads. Wow. Y'all, that's about all the time I got today. Thank you guys so much for submitting your questions. It really means a lot. I had a lot of fun answering these. If you guys have any other questions that you guys would like me to answer, please leave them in the comments down below. DM me on Twitter, Instagram, all that fun jazz. This Friday, I'm dropping a brand new single, I Don't Know You. You guys have probably already heard me talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it again. The last year and a half has been wild, and it has taken some major self-reflection both on myself and my art, and I truly believe that with the next couple singles that I'm dropping, I've kind of allowed myself to hop over these barriers that I feel like have been kind of trapping me in this weird little frizzy alternative rock box. I'm really proud of this new single, and I'm proud of everything that I'm working on right now. It would mean the world to me when this drops if you guys could stream it, like it, throw it in a playlist, throw it on a CD. I don't know, chain smoke cigarettes to it, I don't care. JK, smoking's really bad and it doesn't smell very good. It's also not cool. I love you guys, and this new single is gonna be a banger. I really hope that you guys enjoy it, and I really hope that you guys get a chance to hear it. I love you, I respect you, be safe, respectful, responsible, don't get eaten by bears, and as always, stay spooky, y'all. I need to get a new chair. This is ridiculous.